So I would say you need to set yourself a goal where you want to be by the end of March, right? That's literally about 40 days from today. 40 days from today. Where do you want to be by the end of March? Do you want to be a brand new Platinum 1000, brand new Platinum 2000, brand new Chairman 10? Whatever your goal is, right? Write that down first. That's the first step, because a lot of people in this business, guess what? They're just attending the Zoom calls. They're just showing up to the meetings. They're just showing up to the trade houses without any clear intention where they want to go, right? Even myself, when I first started, I used to come on every Zoom call, every meeting, every event, but I never really set myself a clear goal, exactly what I'm going to do, right? So really write down that goal. Now, once again, if you're brand new, or even if you've been in the business for a while, what you guys got to do is you got to write down a list of people. This comes under prospecting and inviting. You guys got to write down a list. And I'll tell you a story. Just when I was close to Chairman 10 about 2 years ago, I wrote down a list. My mentor, Abdullah and Takir, they said, Jay, you need to write down your list again. Right now, we do this for new individuals in the business. And also, even if you've been in the business for 1 year, 2 years, try this out today. Write yourself a brand new list of people that you know. So me being me, I was thinking, you know what? I've already wrote my list when I first joined this business. Why do I need to write another one? And I wrote down that list literally on like an A4 piece of paper like this. I wrote it down and I was just thinking, who do I know? Who do I know that I haven't spoken to about this business, right? And I realized, and a lot of you will realize, even when you started, or even if you haven't wrote your list yet, oftentimes we tend to prejudge people. We tend to prejudge people. Why? Because maybe we think they won't do it. Maybe we think they won't be serious. Maybe we think, oh, he's already making good money in his business. I can tell you the business we have today, everyone wants to be involved in, right? We're not selling any juices or potions or lotions. We've got a product that people need, right? Which is education on how to get involved in some of the largest financial liquid markets today. Cryptocurrency, you guys have seen. I don't know one friend in the world, one human in the world right now that doesn't want to learn about cryptocurrency, that doesn't want to learn about NFTs, that doesn't want to make an income online. There's not a single person in the world that I know that doesn't want to do it. So we've got a demand here for our product. Our job as a business owner isn't to convince people, isn't to sell anything. It's literally just to share with people what we're doing. In my past 4.5 years doing this, I've realized network marketing, this industry, is not about just selling one time and getting people on board. It's nothing to do with that. It's really just about exposure. So the more people you expose, the more money you're going to make, right? If I look at my mentors, Abdullah, Takir, people like David Amniti, why are they where they are today? One of the key things is they expose more people to this business than we did. They got more no's in this business than we did, right? So my first step, I would say for you guys, write down that goal. And number 2, write down a list of at least 100 to 200 individuals on an A4 piece of paper. Right now, don't prejudge anyone, because I can tell you the people you least expect to do this business, they're the ones that are going to do it. And the people you expect saying, he's going to do it, she's going to do it, they probably won't do it. So backtrack to 2 years ago, I wrote my list again. And one of those names was my granddad, right? And I tell this story all the time because it's so true. I wrote down my granddad's name on that A4 piece of paper because he said, look, write down everyone, write down anyone you know, don't prejudge them. I wrote him down, and slowly, I started to contact these people, right? I contacted my granddad, and he's still till today, he doesn't understand what I'm doing. But I said, look, I need some contacts that may be interested in earning an income online. So I gave him a phone call. He says, Jay, I'll let you know next 2 days if I find anyone, right? And what he did, he connected me with one individual. Through this one individual today, I believe we've got over about 150 plus individuals through that one individual, not directly, indirectly, right? My point is you never know who's going to do this business or who you can find through that individual, right? So write that list. Think of who do you know that is business minded, right? Who do you know that is ambitious? Who do you know that is, maybe already successful? Who do you know that has some sort of income coming in? Who do you know that's maybe married and has kids right now, right? Start to think and write down these people. Now, the key thing is when you're brand new to this industry, and maybe you're not a top platinum leader just yet, maybe you're not trading full-time just yet, what you got to do is you've got to leverage a system. Now, when I first started, imagine the biggest mistake I made when I wrote down my list, which you guys can learn off my mistakes. I was calling every single person saying, hey, how's it going? Listen, I started trading. It's £200 to start. We've got the harmonic scanner and we've got, you can bring some people and you can make some money. I tell you, not a lie, that every single person I called on my original list, none of them really, they didn't call me back. They literally didn't call me back. And how many of you, drop a 777, if you actually called your friends and family about this opportunity and they didn't give you a phone call back, they didn't show up to that meeting that you invited them to, right? You invited them to an event, they didn't show up, whatever it was, right? Because I made the same mistake. What I've learned now moving forward 4 years from there is that, guess what? You've got to invite them the correct way. If you invite them the wrong way, doesn't matter how much convincing, doesn't matter even how much money you make, they're not going to show up to see the opportunity. So what you've got to do, if you've got a pen and paper, write down these 4 steps. These 4 steps I've learned of one of the top chairman, 750s, Matt Rosa. He teaches this. He's been able to pack rooms of thousands of people using this 4-step method. And step number 1 is that you've got to be in a hurry, right? Be in a hurry. People respect people that are busy. People respect people that are busy. So especially the people that guess what? They trust you, but they probably don't respect you. Why? Because they don't know you for being an entrepreneur just yet. They don't know you for being a multi-millionaire just yet. They don't know you for being a success story just yet. So what you've got to do, you've got to leverage these 4 steps. Number 1, you've got to be in a hurry. Number 2, you've got to clear their schedule. Never ask people, when are you free? Because people are never free. You've got to give them 2 options. And I'll give you guys an example as I go along, right? So number 1, be in a hurry. Number 2, clear their schedule. Number 3, you're going to add value. You're going to give them a brief snippet about what it is that we do, right? About something to do with entrepreneurship, about something to do with woman empowerment, right? And step number 4, you're going to take it away. People naturally want what it is they can't have. Naturally, I'm going to try and think of an example. Think of anything in your life where someone literally, imagine if I'm sitting here with Akshay as well, one of phenomenal Platinum 2000 leaders here. Imagine right now he brings me a box of chocolates, right? And then he takes it away. I'm going to want those chocolates much more, right? Same with this trading thing, same with you giving them information. Imagine you gave them a tiny bit. Now they're going to want more. Now they're going to be curious and they will show up to the meeting. People don't show up to the meetings. Why? Because you haven't made them curious. You've told them too much information. You've already told them it's IM Academy. You've already told them it's £240 to start. You've already told them too much, right? That's why they don't show up to a meeting. So let me just pick someone here on this call. Who shall I pick? Let me pick, okay, let's say Kieran, someone called Kieran right here. Let's say Kieran is my best friend. How would I speak to her? Kieran's my best friend, because this is the simplest way you can invite people. Let's say Kieran's my best friend. I'm not going to call her and say, hey, listen, I started trading, because once again, she doesn't know me for being a trader. How would I invite her? I'll pick up the phone. This is one of the rules when you're inviting. Never text people. Never text people. Why? Because once again, when you text them, they have the opportunity to ask you millions of questions. You've got to pick up the phone, right? And for some of you in this call here today, that may be coming out of your comfort zone. My first time picking up the phone, I didn't know what I was saying. I was feeling nervous. I started panicking. But guess what? When you start to do this over and over and over again, it's going to become second nature to you. Right? I promise you that. So Kieran's one of my best friends. I'm going to pick up the phone and literally this is how the conversation is going to go. Hey, Kieran, how's it going? Listen, I'm a bit busy right now. I was wondering, what's your plans on Tuesday, 2 p.m. or 8 p.m.? Which time are you free? And Kieran's going to be like, oh, I'm free at 8 p.m. Why? What's going on? I'm going to say, look, listen, I'm launching this woman empowerment project in London. Obviously, I've known you for a while. I literally think you can kill it at this project. Yeah. And then I'm going to say, look, I've got to go right now, but let's catch up 2 p.m. Let's jump on a Zoom call and then we can speak more about it. Now, if she starts asking me a ton more questions, guess what my exit route is? Guess what my escape plan is? Is that I'm going to tell her that I'm busy. That's why it's so important that you start off that phone call conversation with you are busy. Because if they start asking you, once again, probably a lot of you, drop a 777 if maybe your prospects or your guest or family are asking you millions of questions. Yeah, they're asking you, how much money are you making? They're asking you, what is this Forex thing? Explain crypto to me. Explain this to me. And because you're new, you're not in a position to explain it just yet, right? And the biggest mistake you don't want to make is give them the wrong information, right? So that's what you got to do. Those 4 steps. Number 1, be in a hurry. Number 2, clear their schedule. Number 3, add value. And number 4, take it away. Literally every single one of my signups that I get, even people through Instagram, I get using these 4 steps, right? So really master those 4 steps. Now, let's say, for example, that you've burnt through your list, right? Drop a 777 if you've spoken to every single person that you knew before this business, about this business. Drop a 777. Yeah, a lot of you. So did I at one point. So what you've got to do, that list that you keep on you don't just want to stop and say, look, this is my list. This is my 100 people. I can't go any further with this. My personal goal is to add about 3 new people to this list every single day. Every single day, right? 3 new people to this list every single day. If we do the maths on this, right? Imagine you just collect 3 new numbers, 3 new conversations you start. Yeah, in 1 year, you now have 1,000+ more connections. 1,000+ more connections. I can even show you my phone book today, that this isn't just something I'm telling you guys to do. It's something I have literally been doing and I keep doing. I started this phone, the same phone contacts with about 100 to 200 people just when I started this business. Today, you guys can see this. I have over 4,176 contacts, 79 contacts, right? Do I know every single person? No, but I learned how to prospect. This is one of the key things. I learned how to build connections with new people. So let's say you've burnt your list. Let's say you spoke to everyone, no one's listening, whatever it is. Your next step is you got to start to utilize other ways of prospecting, right? There's 2 to 3 other ways. My favorite way right now is obviously through your list. That's the first way. The second way is through social media. Imagine today, you can send a message to someone hundreds of thousands of miles away from you in 1 second. You can connect with people in India, in Africa, in Australia, in USA, in Canada, in the complete other side of the world through a click of a button. So social media, right? Another way is to be prospecting when you are out. Yeah, I used to go out to prospect, but I learned I need to prospect while I'm out. Yeah. Now, how does that work? Every single day, if you guys are in, let's say London, for example, every day you come out, you're meeting at least 5 to 10 new people. Yeah, maybe you don't start a conversation with them, but you probably have an opportunity to start a conversation with them. Yeah, let's say example, just yesterday, I ordered some food on Deliveroo. The guy came on his bike. Now, I didn't take out my laptop, start showing him the Forex plan. I didn't do that. What I did was, I literally said, oh, you work here full time, you do like delivery job full time? And he says, yeah, I do delivery job full time. And I said, look, I launched this project in London, and I literally think you could kill it at this project. That's all I said. I literally think you can kill it at this project. And he says, oh, tell me more about a project. I said, look, brother, I need to go. Let me take down your number and I'll give you a phone call later this week. I got his number, and now I need to invite him to the meeting. That is how simple it is. Everywhere you go, you're meeting new people. There you go. Yeah, everywhere you go, you're meeting new people. Let's say you're in a shoe store. Let's say you're in JD Sports here in UK, we've got a shoe store. Imagine you're going in there and you like the way the person is serving you. You can just simply say before you go, you know what? Your service was absolutely amazing. Are you open to any new ideas? And they're going to ask, oh, what sort of new ideas? I'm going to say, look, let me take your Instagram. I'll send you some information on my project, and then we can speak later. I'll give him my Instagram, right? So these are just some ways that you can start to build that list. Now, let's get more into social media, because I know there's a lot of people in this call here today that have got massive success just from social media, right? Drop a 777 if you join this business through social media. I just want to show you guys how powerful it is, because I guarantee you, most of you probably joined this business through social media. Someone sent you a message, prospecting you. Yeah, like a lot of you, 10, 20, 30 of you joined this business through Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it was. You joined through social media, right? So what you've got to start to do, whichever platform you use, what I tell people is you've got to start to become a brand. That's a key thing I've learned in this business. People won't join you for I Am Academy or because you have £100,000 trading account. Trust me, they won't. They're going to join you for who you are, right? So you've got to ask yourself, who are you? What sort of value are you putting out on social media? What sort of posts are you putting out on social media? How inspiring are you on social media? So when I first started, and I really didn't have, amazing lifestyle, what I used to do, I used to go to the nicest hotel lobbies in London and just take a photo. And if there's one thing you guys do, is that you just go and you take nice photos. This is one of the first steps of branding. If you want to attract high quality people, you need to start to look like a high quality person. Your social media has to start to look like a high quality person. If you can't afford to have blurry photos on your Instagram or Facebook. They've got to be clear. Phones today are super clear. Phones today can literally give you Instagram worthy content with just one click of a button. So what I used to do back in the day, I used to go to the nice hotel lobbies and just literally take a photo. That is all I used to do, right? So that's step number one with Instagram. With Facebook, go to a nice place and just take a nice photo, right? If there's one thing you do, like I'll show you guys as well. This was my first time in Birmingham, and I think this is when it snowed as well. That's Abdullah's car, by the way. His car got stuck. And anyway, I just took a photo. It looked like a nice background. I took a photo. I started to go to, here, I'll be very honest. I didn't even order a coffee to the hotel, but I took a photo, right? And you got to understand, keep taking photos. Post one time a week on your main feed of you. They don't want to see photos of me. They don't want to see photos of David, Abdullah, Mandeep, whoever it is that's your mentor. They don't want to see us. Maybe on the stories, it's fine. But on the main feed, it's got to be you, right? Now, number two, you've got to let people know that you're in business. How do you do that? Through your biography. Yeah, through your biography right here. If it's blank right now, you've got to add something there. If you're a woman in this call, what you can do, very simple. Put entrepreneur, put investor, put woman empowerment. Yeah, put public speaker, put all these different things. So at least when people come onto your page, they know who you are. They know you're into business. Yeah. Have a good profile picture of you that they can see. That's another key thing. They've got to actually see, who are you, right? Your stories that you post, what do you post on your stories? Anything. You could post this call here today on your stories. You could post your meetings. You could post some of your trades, for example, without showing your profits. You could say, okay, this crypto went up 50% today, for example, right? You could put that on your stories. You could put you reading a book. You could be, taking a photo, a selfie with your mentors, anything. Just start to post every day on your stories, because understand, people are going to do business with you only if they trust you. Only if they trust you, because understand, most people on your social media, right? They don't know who you are. There's no level of trust. How you can build your trust with your audience is by posting on your stories. Post you, make some videos, show your day-to-day life, show that you're a real person, right? So these are just some steps I thought I'll give you guys today. Is master how to invite. That's probably one of the most important things. And also master prospecting. Prospecting is more than just sending messages. I know so many people in this business that send hundreds of messages, but they get very little results. And I used to be that person. When I started to apply these smaller things, branding, nicer photos, nicer videos, right? When I started to do this, grow my following, when I started to do all of this, guess what? I could get less work. I would send less messages, but get more results. And I can guarantee you guys, if you're that person today in this call that's sending so many messages, but not getting results that you want right now, it's very simple. Change your branding. People will start to come to you, literally. People will start to message you. Oh, what is this about? What is this crypto that you got into? They're going to start to message you. So instead of hunting for people, start to attract people. That's one of the key lessons I learned the past few years. Start to attract people through your content, videos, and post, right? Another thing, when it comes to prospecting, the way you dress and talk is very important. Very important. I didn't learn this until a few months later of me joining, is that I can't be coming to meetings in tracksuit bottoms, right? I can't come to meetings in wearing a t-shirt, let's say. You've got to dress the part. Understand, your first impression when you meet people is probably the last impression that you have, right? They're going to judge you, especially how you're looking today, right? How did you dress today? So I would say for all of you that are building this business, go the extra mile to look good, to dress up good. If I look at all of the phenomenal leaders, Platinum 2000s, 5000s, Chairman 10s, plus every single one of them never comes out in tracksuit bottoms, right? They all come out dressing to some level of degree, smart casual at least. Smart casual at least. So start to dress the part. Start to change the languages, the terminologies that you use. Before, I used to use a lot of slang when I was talking. Now I understood, guess what? If I'm trying to do business with people that are older than me, if I'm trying to attract high quality people in my business, I got to ask myself, how are they talking? How are they dressing? Right? How are they presenting themselves? All of these small things go straight under prospecting. It goes straight under prospecting. So once again, I know this is a super short call, but I thought those were two very important things that every single one of us, we need to master, is how to invite and how to prospect, right? So just before I go, is there any questions that you guys have? Because I know this is a very broad topic. There's different situations, different scenarios. You guys are going to learn a lot more by doing than just watching this call here today. That's personally how I learned. I used to watch all the videos, all of the trainings, but I learned the most when I started to do this, when I started to fail forward, when I started to take these steps, right? Someone put in the chat box, presenting. Yeah, definitely. Presenting is very simple as well. Just copy your mentors every day. I believe 3 times a week, we've got some of our phenomenal leaders doing the live presentations that you guys can plug into. That's what I used to do. I used to plug into these opportunity calls, take notes on how they're presenting, right? Take notes on how they're presenting. Sit with your mentor and they're going to show you exactly how you can present, right? So set yourself that goal, master inviting, master prospecting. And once again, it comes with practice. It comes over time. The way we're talking, the way we're presenting, the way we're doing all these things is because we've been doing this for longer than you. That's all it is. The reason why some people have crazy results and maybe you're just starting off now, it's fine. At one point, none of us were confident. At one point, we didn't know what to say to people. At one point, we didn't know how to invite people, but we learned it. So keep practicing. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday. It's residual day. Drop a 777 if you got paid today. This is probably one of our favorite days in the week as well. So I hope you guys have a great evening, a great weekend, and I'm going to speak to you guys very, very soon.